Set.
Okay.
Okay, hi guys, welcome back to our page and to be our second video. We had a lot of viewers from the previous one. I hope you follow us on our page. You just view our videos. So yeah, that will help a lot if you follow our page after you click and watch a bit of our videos. So anyway, for today, we are going to talk about my journey, actually the beginning of my journey to coming to the US, and that is the planning phase. Like, how did I ended up wanting to come to the US? I know it's a hype for many Filipino nurses to want to come to the US, but for me, it did not start. I did not start to want to come to the US until like 2018. Initially, I was just, I just want to earn money. So I work in a small hospital that I talked about last time, and I just want to go to Middle East because the money is better in the Middle East,
Yeah.
and I was enjoying my life in in Saudi Arabia, and then there just one day or one time in Saudi Arabia where I just realized I want to start my journey to coming to the US. So that's what we are going to talk about today. And before I even wanted or I started my journey to coming to the US, I haven't met Edgar yet. We just met in 2020. Yeah. And I started my journey in 2018.
What 20? It wasn't
2020.
20. Was it-
2020,
I thought it was
babe.
2021.
December 2020, you were dating someone else before me. My colleague. All right.
TMI.
Anyways,
TMI. Too much info.
yeah. A lot of people thought that I stole him from somebody, but well, it's destiny, Char. So, anyways, all right. We're
Back
trying
to the topic.
back to the topic. Um, Guys, so my motivation. So way back in 2011, when I finished my degree in Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, so I tried to get a hospital experience immediately because my goal is to go and work overseas because that's where the money is. So I tried to send my resume. Actually, I send my resume personally to these hospitals. I was never hired
Locally in the Philippines.
locally in our province because I don't have the connections. I guess because at the time I saw some of my friends or my classmates who get into the hospitals, and I graduated with flying colors and nobody wants to entertain me. So anyways, one school, the Southern Mindanao Islamic Institute, yeah, it's a nursing school, gave me an opportunity to work as a clinical instructor. They pay me a good amount of money, which is I'm very very grateful for. And through this institution, I met a student who is connected to a doctor who is the head of one hospital in our province, and she helped me get through and get an experience in that hospital because you can never go outside of the country, guys, without real hospital experience. So anyways, I went to Saudi Arabia in 2014, and I just loved it. It's different. I know the lifestyle might be not so desirable for many, but I came from a small town. I don't mind not being allowed to get out of the house, or I'm a very homey person, and the salary is great, no taxes, food is free, no bills to pay because water, power bills. The only thing that I pay when I was there is my internet connection, and if I want something else to eat, then I order or buy food myself. So anyway, and in I think late 2017 or I think 2018, I'm not so sure about the timeline. Um, One of my colleague from Al Noor Specialist Hospital went to the US, and this colleague is we don't really work together, but I admired her the first day I stepped in Al Noor. She's a Filipino nurse, very smart, very calm, I just love it when she talks. That's Ate Eleanor. I don't even know if she knows about this, but I just admired her from the first day that I heard her talk in the general orientation. And then there was like one issue in ICU at the time that involves me and I think two of my friends. We committed an error. It's not a big medication error, but still it's a medication error where we gave a patient omeprazole IV, I think twice a day instead of just daily. And I help a friend write her medication sheet, and I transcribe the medication orders to the sheet. And I mistakenly encircled two numbers. I mean, the transcription is correct. It's just that the timing that I encircled, like 6 a.m., I think, and 6 p.m., I'm not sure. I encircled two times a day, but the transcription is once daily. And because of that, the next person is a friend, the night shift, and then I think it runs for 2 days. So we committed a medication error, which is not good. So what happened is we were called to quality department because of that. We have to like they did investigation. I mean, there's no harm that happened. Nothing happened to the
With the
patient.
patient? Okay,
Yes,
that's good.
it's just a omeprazole, but still, it's an error, right? And back then, we're just starting in our career in Saudi Arabia, so we're like punished by giving lecture about omeprazole. We were called omeprafor because it's four of us. I, the one who transcribed the medication, encircled two numbers, and then the three people are the ones that administer the medication twice daily for 2 days. So we're all friends. Shout out to JJ, Saleng, and Nurjahan. So, anyways, so I have been like in communication with this girl, with this colleague of mine. We call her like Ate because she's like in the practice of nursing longer than us, and she's very smart. I always admire her, babe. It's just when she talks, it's just she's so calm and just very fair and just like you will never feel tense when you're talking to her. So she went to the U.S. and because of that, she has been like one of those people that inspired me to come over. And another thing that inspired me to come over because you know how when you work in one workplace for a long time,
You get used to it.
yes, and then you don't advance at all. Like
And
I
you
have
don't
been,
learn anything, so
yes,
you're not challenged, so you get bored.
kinda. But the real thing is, I have been a staff nurse in that hospital for over 4 years, I guess, because I signed up. You know, they have different calendars, right? So I signed up for. I think I signed for 5 contracts. I think
5 years of
it's not
like
5 years. It's
five
like,
separate contracts.
yes, it's like over 4 years because the Arabic calendar is only like 10 months, Hijri calendar, in comparison to Gregorian calendar.
Yeah.
So what happened is, like on my third year, I was just like bored and like I'm not moving forward. So one of my friend Walid, the ones who is working in Kentucky, told me like to take a master's degree. There's an online master's degree, which I started on. It's in University of the Philippines, Open University, but they only offer I think Master of Arts in Nursing Administration. I think that's the only one that's available that I can apply to and I can do online. And it's not really my thing. I mean, I do have experience with administrative nursing, but it's not really my cup of tea. So it's kind of boring. And also, our nursing educator or the education department of our hospital tried to give me a kind of like a promotion. I became a clinical instructor of like the floor, the critical care floor, like OR, ICU, burn unit, CCU. But you don't really have the autonomy like to